Okay, welcome to this Twin Flame Pick a Card reading. So the two options are, we have option number 1, which includes a little symbol here for you is a penny on heads. And then from the Blessed Be Oracle deck, we have a blessing of fire. Okay, so that will be number 1, and look in the description for the timestamp for that if that's what you want to choose. The other one that came up was a blessing on the children. I think that's a really pretty card. A little baby unicorn. And the symbol here is a ring with garnet, with heart-shaped garnets, 5 heart-shaped garnets on a silver ring. So we are going to go ahead and get started on reading number 1. So reading number 1 is going to be a passionate message from your divine partner, because we're getting the blessing of fire. And we're also getting energy field adjustment, so that's a continuation of that fiery energy. This is a very passionate time for you. You have a lot of creative potential right now. Your divine partner is definitely noticing that about you. They're noticing an increase in your spiritual and creative energy. You're emanating this glow right now. Even if you're not in contact, they're sensing that at some level. So they could be observing what you're doing online, or they could just be picking up your energies. Okay? And then a blessing on a journey. So we have red hair here. It might be significant for some of you, but also it just means, again, it's like the color red is on all of these cards so far. So this, again, is a very passionate energy. There's a feeling right now with your divine partner of maybe needing to step back a little bit. Your divine masculine or divine feminine or divine partner is sensing that you're needing to do that. They understand that you're experiencing some sadness right now about this connection. They really wish that they could help you to feel better. You see the birds around this woman. These birds are messages of hopefulness that they would like you to see. She's holding these flowers behind her back. So at some level, she is aware that anything negative that's being experienced right now is really ultimately for the best. She can still see the beauty even in the sadness and in the separation. But your divine partner wants you to see that more clearly. They want you to be able to see the blessings of this moment more clearly, because this is an important part of the entire journey. This is a journey, and eventually you'll get to where you want to be, but there's meaning. This part of the journey is meaningful as well, and what the cards are showing so far is that you're already quite aware of that. Okay, and these following messages are from a new deck that I got called the Keep Calm and Trust God deck. So some of these messages are quotes from the Bible, but if you're not Christian or if you're just not religious, just, let the message itself resonate for you however you will. I am myself not exactly religious, and I don't consider myself to be Christian, although I have a relationship with Christ. But this is about the message, So the first message coming up for you is, put your hope in the Lord, travel steadily along his path. So we've already gotten this card about a journey, and now we have a card about traveling on a path and having faith that everything is going to work out. And this is part of the journey. We must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope. And this is from Martin Luther King Jr. So maybe right now everything is not exactly like you would want it to be, and you're feeling disappointed. Your divine partner definitely senses that you're feeling disappointed, and they don't like that. They wish that they could take that burden from you in some way, but they can't. Right now this is part of your experience, and only you can work through that. That's something you have to work through on an inner level. Finally, let's not get tired of doing what is good. At just the right time, we will reap a harvest of blessing. So this journey has been very hard. Sometimes you feel like giving up. Sometimes you feel like giving in to those demons. And just thinking, well, I'm never going to be happy, so I might as well just self-destruct. Or I might as well just, date people who are not worthy of me like I've always done. But, this is about knowing that there's a season for everything. Right now is not the time for your harvest. This is not the time for your harvest with this connection. But you have to understand how God works and give it up to God. Surrender and understand that, maybe it won't happen. Sometimes we hope that people will apologize to us, and that would be great, but not everyone has that self-awareness, so that doesn't always happen. People don't always apologize. Sometimes we have to be the bigger person. I don't think that's necessarily the issue here. I feel like both of you are willing to be forgiving. But for you right now, it's more about just being okay with the process, and there's a reason for separation right now. Next, I get the Prince of Pentacles from the Cosmic Tarot deck. So I'm just going to cover these up because you can't really read them anyway. The Prince of Cups. So the intention of this reading was to bring forth more positive messages from your twin flame divine partner. Sorry about that. And then the Three of Wands. So whichever of these you connect with, let's say you connect more with the Princess of Cups, your divine partner would be more represented by the Prince of Pentacles. So that is telling me that the Prince of Pentacles is very slow and cautious. He knows that there needs to be a plan for everything. There needs to be a firm foundation. Things need to be done in the right way and in the right time. You do step A first, and then you do step B. The Princess of Cups, she's so intuitive and in touch with her emotions that sometimes she forgets that you have to go through those steps, because she just knows how she feels, and she assumes that, well, if this is what I feel is right, if I feel like I'm supposed to be with this person, then why am I not just already being with this person? And from his end, from this person's end, he's like, why is she wanting to jump in so quickly? I do appreciate that she understands we have a connection. You both understand that in a different way. But he's like, I know that I need to be the solid one. I know I need to be the one who really plans things out and makes sure that this really endures, and that it isn't just a flash in the pan. And then finally we have the Three of Wands, which makes me think that the energies that the two of you have when you do come together are very, again, explosive. It's more of this fire energy. So you do really inspire each other. You bring about this sense of passion, this sense of being alive and loving being alive. So even though you're in separation, continue to feel that love of life. And we have the Nine of Cups from the Zombie Tarot. Again, these are positive messages from and about our divine partner. Okay, we have the Death from the Zombie Tarot deck. So Nine of Cups, Death, and Five of Cups. Okay, so what I'm getting from this is there's a sense that your divine partner understands that your happiness depends on he or she, and all of you really, everyone involved. It involves an enormous transformation that's actually going to affect not just both of you, but a lot of people who are connected to you as well. This change is going to bring about difficult times for a lot of people. It's going to bring some people pain. So these are meant to be, again, positive messages. So let me just find the blessing in this, because maybe you're having trouble finding the blessing. Okay. And so a blessing for those who are nearing their final breath, which connects to the death card. And I'm just going to get another message from God. Do not be anxious about anything. The peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. So there's this sense that the union that the two of you are creating might cause turmoil to other people. So in understanding that process, you need to be able to find the good in the process. You need to be conducting yourself in a way that is the least harmful to others that it can be. But in the end, this is a big change. It's going to be a big change, and change in and of itself, even if it's changed for the better, can really be difficult for people sometimes. So you have to know and understand that a lot of people are going to have a difficult time with the two of you coming together for whatever reason. But just to again extend the more positive message that let's look at what the outcome is overall. And let's look at, there are going to be people who are hurt by it, but is the outcome in the end positive? Okay. So I get the Mirror, which says, know thyself, self-examination, seeing who you really are. Rama, Wonder Voyage, Crossing Deep Waters, Pilgrimage, Journey of the Soul, and then the Crane bag. If crane is your spirit animal, this might be a particular message to you. There are also dolphins in the background. It says Sacred Ocean Medicine, Clutter, Declutter, and Choice. So, in terms of the outcome, it seems like there's still a lot of choices that need to be made, and something that's going to help guide those choices is you being really willing to see yourself and your role in things in the past and in the present as they really are. So have you made any choices that you regret? So what does Spirit have to say about any choices that we've made that maybe we regret? We get a blessing on your health, a blessing on your boundaries, and a blessing on the waters. So I feel like this process is going to be very healing, because we have a blessing on your health. It's going to be healing for you and being able to set better boundaries in relationships. And this probably is not just about your romantic connection to this person, but just in general, you're learning more about boundaries. And then a blessing on the waters, which to me indicates emotional blessings. So I feel like this is going to be very positive to you. And also just hearkening back to these fire cards, the more you can engage in self-expression, not necessarily to your divine partner, but just journaling, singing along with the radio to songs that resonate with you, even writing your own songs, your own poetry, painting, sculpting, dancing, anything that is some form of self-expression. Athletics are a form of self-expression, public speaking, activism, whatever your passions are in life, you do need to focus on those right now. And that's going to be positive for you. And then I just want a final message to you from your divine partner. I get the Four of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. This is from the Cosmic Tarot deck. And again, we go back to this decluttering and making choices. I feel like even if this person is in some other relationship, their thoughts are with you. You're the one that they're thinking about. And if they're not in another relationship, then just when they're out in public, let's say they're out with their friends, their thoughts wander to you is the wider message to that. And there's a telephone in the background, and I guess that's a tulip and a vase. they want to connect with you. They would love to be able to contact you. They do feel unable to do so right now for whatever reason. But there are connections that they would like to take. But again, there's this energy with them where they feel like they need to do things with the right timing. And the timing right now is not right. In order for them to really get where they want to get with you, they know that the timing right now is not good. This person also senses that, maybe they feel fairly confident, but they also, they definitely feel more confident than they have in the past that they're going to win you in the end. But they do know that there are still other people interested in you. So they know that this journey is not quite over. They have not won you over quite yet. Maybe in your heart you already know that you're the one, but this guy or this gal, whoever this is, they still feel like there's a little bit of competition here. And in a way they kind of like that. It's, because when they do win you, they want to really feel like they've had to work hard for it, because that gives them a sense of achievement. And yeah, they know that you're the right one for them. So they know that for sure. So that's the final message here, that this person knows you're definitely the one for them, but it's just going to take some time because they want the foundation to be laid in the right way. And they know that they haven't been able to lay that yet. So they do need a little bit more time to figure that out. And this is for those who chose reading number 2, a blessing on the children. So what do we need to know about this connection? Okay, I get a blessing for the mother. So this is definitely something to do with parents and children. A blessing to heal a relationship. That's a really pretty card. I like that. So blessing on children, a blessing for a mother, a blessing to heal relationships. Let's get 3 tarot cards here. We have the Hanged Man, Queen of Pentacles, the World, okay, and let's just get some positive messages here from the Keep Calm and Trust God deck. Some of these are Bible verses, please. If you are non-religious or not Christian, I'm not Christian myself or religious myself, but I do still like the messages. So just try to appreciate the message itself and what it brings to you. It says, in this world you will suffer, but be courageous, for I have overcome the world. I'm going to put that right there with the World card. So in this world you will suffer, but be courageous, for I have overcome the world. So Jesus is saying, well, I don't know if these are Jesus's words or not, but my sense is, I've overcome the world. You think you've had suffering on an individual level. I mean, Jesus in the, in the mythology or the message of Christianity, Jesus bore the sins and the human suffering, the pain of all human existence, and overcame the world in that way. With the Hangman, we also get this sacrificial martyr energy. So there's something here regarding your union, or if you're in separation, your connection that may eventually become a union, that has to do with parenting. There are things that need to be healed related to parents and children. So maybe the 2 of you have children together. Maybe one or both of you have children from a different relationship. And or maybe you're still dealing with needing to heal some issues from your own childhood with your own mother or other parental figures. And my sense is that this person partly is hung up because they had an experience with someone previous to you, and there was some issue regarding children with them, and that really, it didn't work out And so they're still healing from the past of that in order to get to where they want to be with you. They want to be able, perhaps they want to be able to offer you a child. But they don't know how to get there because they've had difficult past experiences or something along those lines. What does your divine partner want you to know about children? The Lord is a refuge for the oppressed, a stronghold in times of trouble. Okay, so this person's approach to parenting is that they really want to be there for their children. The Lord is your God. Oh, the Lord your God is in your midst, a mighty one who will save. Okay, let me see what else I get from the tarot here about this message regarding children. I get the Four of Cups, the Empress, which is a mother also, and then the Queen of Wands. So I feel like this person is not sure if they want to have children with you, or they have some doubts regarding children. Maybe they doubt whether or not you'll be able to accept their children, or vice versa, or something. But they're having doubts about your ability to either be in union or have a satisfactory union, something related to children. And it's almost like they want to be able to see you as either or, you know. They either want to be able to see you as a mother, or they want to be able to see you as more of someone they have like this passionate attraction to. It's hard for them to reconcile. I mean, some people call it the Madonna horror complex. The Madonna is the Divine Mother, or the Empress, you know, the Virgin Mary. And then the horror, of course, you know. So for some you know, some of the, for those of you watching, whoever it is you're thinking about, your divine masculine, your divine feminine, whoever, this person has a hard time separating the idea of someone being a mother and someone being, you know, a passionate lover. So let me look just at the energies between these two cards. Let's put something between these two cards and see what Spirit wants you to know. It says a blessing on your wisdom. My feeling is that you already kind of understand that this person feels this way. You're already intuitively kind of picking up on their energies about this, and that whatever this issue is around children, that they're having some issues. So how can the person watching this move forward? Okay, this is definitely about children today, this reading. A blessing for good men and fathers. First of all, you know, this person needs to be, we've already gotten this before, this person really wants to be a wonderful parent. You know, this does appear to be more of a masculine energy, that whoever it is you're thinking about, you may think of them as a divine masculine, or just sort of like a masculine parental figure, like more of an authoritarian figure, someone who disciplines but in a kind way, someone who's a provider. You know, so just continue to recognize this about this person, or if this person isn't fulfilling the qualities that you want in a good man and father, or a good woman and mother, then maybe you need to choose someone else. But if they are that, then you really need to appreciate that. So what about the person you're watching it about, your divine partner? What do they need to do in order to get this energy moving forward more? And this says a blessing of protection. So I do feel, I've felt it before, there seems to be a third party here. So if this is about parenting, this might be someone besides you that they have a child with. And if that's the case, then, you know, this person still wants to be involved. They both have antlers. There is definitely a connection between these two people. This person has a very sour expression, and I do feel like this person's energy is vibrating higher than this person's. So this third party, I don't think that this person wants to be with this person anymore. They don't want this connection. They don't feel like this person is a positive influence, and they would like definite protection and separation from this person. And I'm just going to ask for any final messages of positive messages from your divine partner to you. I get the Star. I get the Prince of Wands. And I get the Eight of Wands. Let's just pick a couple of our Trust God cards. The Lord will withhold no good thing from those who do what is right. Okay. And then this is pretty religious, but it says, delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. So however you see the Lord or the divine or God, delight yourself in goodness and in mercy, and you'll be given the desires of your heart. So the message here seems to be to do the right thing, especially if there are children involved, as it seems like there probably are here. You know, continue to do what's right, and if this person is meant to be with you, and if you are righteous in that journey, in that process, then you will. Okay, and so their final message to you, they see you shining your light. They see you as a very good person. And this, you know, makes them want to come towards you more. And they do want to eventually be able to express themselves to you. Let's just ask, what would they most, if they could express themselves to you now, what would they most want to express about their feelings for you? Okay, a blessing on your sleep. I feel like this person does send you sort of telepathic messages, or when they think about you, it's very loving. Like they think about being tender towards you, and you know, they might think about like holding you and rubbing your back and just comforting you. They would like to think that you're able to rest easy at night. They don't want you to be worried. They want you to be calm and happy. They might be having dreams of you, or they might be showing up in your dreams. And if the dreams are coming through and they're positive, then that, you know, take that as a true message from this person. And if they're coming through in dreams and it's a little bit more negative, just understand that that's from their ego self. They're still working through some things. So we have a blessing on your sleep. We have Seven of Swords. This is a card of perseverance. You know, so they want you to persevere. They know that this is hard. They wish it was not so hard on you. They don't want it to be this hard for you. They really don't. They wish they could take some of this burden from you. The Ace of Pentacles. This person's energy is not going anywhere because they know that what they have with you has a solid potential. It feels very solid to them. And then the Prince of Cups. Just this person wants you to know that their emotions are so deep and intense for you. They hope that you understand how intensely they feel for you. They really care about you. And they want you to remember that, and for you to be okay during this process, because there are children involved, it seems like. And this person really wants to do right by their children. Maybe in their past, they weren't done right as children, and they don't want to perpetuate putting their relationships above the children in their life. You know, they don't want to be that person. And we'll just do one final oracle card, and then we'll wrap this up. And it is the Present. Gift, treasure, revelation of own value, nowness. So Spirit is asking you to enjoy this present moment for what it is. This is bringing you a lot of gifts this time. You need to enjoy what it's offering to you, because there's a present in everything. We get wrapped up about the future and the outcome. You know, even if you came into union with this person, that would just be the beginning of, you know, then there would be so much more to worry about. So instead of worrying all the time, can we just sit in the moment and appreciate it for what it is instead of being so worried? So that seems like the final message there. So if you chose reading number 2, I hope you really enjoyed that. Please subscribe if you want to see more future videos. Eventually I'll be setting up a shop that you can link to if you'd like to get a personal reading. In the meantime, feel free to enjoy my other free content. Thank you so much for watching.